you hit me. Why the F did you hit me? And then he said, what are you going to do about it? Right. And I don't know what clicked in me, but then just, pop, pop. And the doors closed and we went at it, for 10 floors. What is that, like 30, 40 seconds or whatever the case might be. And
What
then the
was
doors
Dana
opened.
doing in there at the time?
Well, Dana was peeled against the wall. I wasn't really looking at them. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
I'm looking at what's going on in front of me. And, punches get thrown harder, 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 that kind of thing. And then the doors started open. And in the Hard Rock Hotel, if you remember back then, there's all these glass encasements. So I knew that we would probably roll out of the elevator and, God forbid, go through the glass in one of the encasements or whatever. And I threw my hands up in the air and go, we're done, we're done, we're done. Right. And then started to laugh, and I had blood up and down my shirt, and I had got right here, my thumb was peeled back to the bone. I guess I hit a ring or the belt buckle. Shite happens when you're in a little scuffle. And that was it, and I just laughed it off and went back and I went to the triage. I went to the triage and they said, no, you got to go get stitches. So I had to go to the emergency room. I went to the emergency room and I could hear my voice announcing fights, in the next room. They were watching a repeat of the show I just did earlier. And the doctor came in, he goes, what are you doing here? And so $500 tetanus shot and 6 or 7 stitches later. And then I went out, had a nice time, and felt
You
like I
don't
was
know why he
18
did
years
it?
all over again.
You don't know why he did it still?
Well, if you
Hammered or
watch
something?
the animated show that Dana did when Frank was interviewed, he said, hey, I interrupted him. Basically, he was
Yeah.
asking for a job.
Ah.
But Frank and I are friends. I mean, we saw each other later on and, friendly scrap.
You're a
I didn't tell
badass.
anybody. A fighter named,
That's the only reason I said that, by the way, is because Dana put it out there.
yeah, Dana put it out. Mikey Burnett, a fighter who was in the UFC, came up to me the next day and, next day it was, or day after, and he said, hey, Buff, I heard you took it to Trig. And I go, Mikey, I haven't told anybody. Where'd you hear that? He goes, Dana's told everybody. So, thanks, Dana. And then Dana called me up and he said they were doing this special animated show they made about it. And he goes, oh, you're going to love this. One of the best things we ever did. And I said, oh, great. Okay. Thanks, Dana.
Yeah, that's what it is. There's an animation, right?
Yeah, it was like an animated thing about it. And they interviewed Frank, and
Dana's reaction was probably like, that was badass, right?
all I can say is that, Dana's a very tough guy himself. Let's not kid ourselves. And I guess he knows he doesn't have a wimp announcing his fighters in the octagon. That's all I can tell you.
When did you fall